Gonna get beautiful. We are live. Hi, Shawn.
Hi Anna, thanks for inviting me
Thank
on
you
to your
so much
network.
for being here. Let's wait another minute just
Mhm.
to get a chance for all our friends to join in. Meanwhile, let me know how you're doing. How are your things at your end?
Wow, things are just because of all the COVID thing up and down. The thing is now is actually the best time to start anything online.
Yeah.
So things have been getting busy, but busy in a good way. Because sales are just pouring in. Sales have actually almost doubled. Just because of this whole COVID lockdown. Right, so now's the best thing to get online, but also then everything gets busier. So yeah, business has been great. Things are getting busier, just scaling things up and hiring more people, that kind of stuff. How have you been, Anna? Everything good?
Really good. And I apologize. What I'm doing right now, I'm sharing the links with some of our affiliates on Skype, just so you know. Uh,
Nice.
I'm not that rude person in the restaurant with the phone on, right?
Oh, no worries, all good. Yeah, I
I'm
want to
really
get a
excited
message
that
out to
you
as many
have,
people.
that you have the time to do this. I know how busy you are, so it's such a big compliment to us that you would take time from your day to do it. For
Yeah.
us, honestly, has been such an, it's been a tough year for everyone. I think, because it's an
Hmm.
adjustment with the way we live our lives, with the way we do business. But I
Hmm.
think in a way, it really taught us a lot of resilience
Yep.
and genuinely, I mean, I really do. It sounds cheesy, but I do try, we try to see the positive in everything. And in this case, I really think it made us appreciate way more the things that we usually take for granted. And I think we can
100%.
all agree that now, when we're able to, hang out with people, next time we're going to be at a live conference, I think we're
Oh
all
man.
going to be so much more appreciative.
That's so true. That's so true, 100%. So yeah, especially with the lockdown, we get to spend more time with the family, working from home, but then, there's always two sides of the coin. Sometimes you spend too much time with the family, you want to get out, right? Uh,
Yep,
yeah, so it's
exactly.
always two sides of the coin, but it's always nice, to have your family with you.
Hi,
Hey guys.
saying hi to everyone. You're so popular. Everyone is here. Hi, guys. We're
You're
very
too kind.
excited. Shawn has some really pretty slides for us, which I really appreciate because just even taking the time to put them together, it's amazing. And I know a lot of you guys. We have so many wonderful affiliates, and I don't know if you know this, but a lot of our partners do Facebook traffic. They do a lot of native, and they always ask about more details when it comes to email marketing.
Got it.
And we had Liz Graham of a couple of months back, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone loved her presentation. And you guys, I personally know Shawn for quite some time now, and he's such a wonderful person, and that's always a plus, not just knowing that he's very, very good at what he does. So without wasting a lot of everyone's time, it would be amazing if you take just a minute to tell us about you, what
Yeah.
you do, how you become an affiliate marketer, and then, we'll share the slides.
Wow. So this entire thing started when I was in university. So I was in university. I was studying in London as an undergraduate at King's College, and I basically did a business degree. But I realized that I did not want to just follow, the norm of just getting a degree. And so what I did in my first year of university was to apply for courses and all these, workshops and all the events. So I spent about over 5 figures, just trying to learn a new skill. So, I did trading, I did drop shipping, I did trying to sell ebooks on Amazon. I did all those stuff. I did investing, everything, right? But it just didn't work out for me. So the only one that worked out for me really well was actually email marketing. But back then, when I first started this journey, I was just a student, didn't have much money. And after I graduated from the course, I paid about 4 grand. I realized that, all the successful students who really want to be successful, who are successful already, they actually invested extra money into the program to buy traffic. Right, that was when I asked the question, so how much more do I need to invest? I've already invested like $4,000. And then the answer they gave me was like another $12,000. I'm like, what? And they're like, and so I was just shocked. But that was the point that I realized, if I don't do anything now, if I don't try to do something different with like $12,000, how long does it take to make it back? Maybe just a few months, right? In a job. So I decided, you know what, just go all in. I asked my girlfriend back then, who's my wife now, I asked her, I said, I've got $12,000 left in the bank. If I were to go all in, would you be okay with it? And she's like, you know what, do it and don't turn back. Right. And that was basically how I got started about 5 years ago. Put everything into traffic. And then I saw the business growing slowly, and that's when I started building my list. I started from the personal development space. And after about 2 to 3 years, I became Les Brown, a motivational speaker. I became his top affiliate for his contest. Yeah, so he launched a book called The 12 Law of Success, and I was his #1 affiliate. Yeah, so really, 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 really happy for that. And then I discovered my passion. My passion is in teaching people how to make money. Right, and that's when I moved into the business opportunity niche, and that's how I actually transited over. And list building is not always. It hasn't always been a rosy journey. There's of course things like the break-even point. There are times that your bank account is just dried up, but it's always a journey, right? So that's how I got started.
Wow, that's a beautiful journey. One of my favorite things about our industry, when you hear the stories of how people got here to where they are, and you said it's one of your passions to teach people how to make money online, and that's really our passion too. And I don't know why lately it had such a big strange stigma around it, right? Because too many people associate making money online, or if someone is trying to teach other people tricks, automatically has a weird stigma around it, like, oh my gosh, it has to be a trick, they are trying to trick us. And I honestly, I wish people would see how genuine we are about this, right? And we had an article in Entrepreneur a few months ago, and I was explaining in my article when they interviewed us on how a lot of the affiliates make $50,000 a day, and everyone automatically assumed that it cannot be true. Just the affiliates that do make that, they were like nodding and smiling. And I really wish more people would understand that it is possible. It takes a crazy amount of work, don't get me wrong, but we really through this, even our podcast series, bringing brilliant people like Shawn here, this is what we're trying to show, our partners, that it's possible. It's so possible. We're actually live for everyone to see. We are giving you examples of people that, managed to get here. So
yeah, it's always hard work. At the start, there's always the grind. I don't really sleep much at the start of my journey, to be honest. Like maybe 4 hours of sleep every day. I'll be grinding off every single day, just trying to find out what works. And I think this whole stigma revolves around us being too educated. Sometimes we think that having a job is the way to go. And of course, there's all the people posting on social media, saying, I made $1,000 per day. Comment here. Let me know. Yeah. Okay. So I think that is because of things like all these comments making people think that making money online is so easy, that it becomes a social stigma, that whatever that is listed online is a scam, right? And that is something that I'm trying to break away. Like in the current program that I'm teaching in right now, is called Perpetual Income 365. I just break down all the numbers and show all my members for real. Like in fact, if you want to really start building your email list, right, there must be a certain capital that you must fork out, right? Nothing is free in this world. If you really want to go the free method, it's probably going to take you a long time. Not that it's impossible, but it's a long time, right? But if you want to go the paid method, if you want to really build a solid online asset, then it's going to take time. It's going to take investment. It's going to take effort. It's going to take a lot of willpower. Yeah. So that is the truth, right?
The mindset, we're going back to something that I always, emphasize, first we need to work on our mindset, and that's gonna be key. Let's be honest. But if it's cool with you, I would love for you to go through the slides, because I know everyone is super excited to see what you're doing for us.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go right into the slides. Okay, I'm gonna open up full screen. Let me know if you can see it.
Yep, I can. Perfect.
Cool.
There we go.
All right, guys. Anyway, Anna, thanks for inviting me. It's my honor to be here. And so, guys, just to show a little bit of an income proof that I'm not just all fluff, right? And whatever I say is true. The peak of COVID-19 is in March, right? So this is March 2020, and you can see these are all the networks that I'm in, right? So basically, bottom line, I made a total income of $113,000, okay, in March. This is in April, right? So I took a 3-month screenshot for you guys. So this is in April, another $100,000 here, and this is in May, right? This is $120,000 here. So these are all income proof that whatever I say, right? Whatever I say is true. Okay, so. Okay, I'm not here to show you all the numbers to brag, that while I'm doing big numbers and all, but I'm here to show you the possibilities of making money online if you stay committed to one cause. And to me, that cause is to build an email list, right? So the question that I always ask myself, or when people ask me, what if I were to lose everything today and start over? What is the one thing that I'm gonna build, right? And the answer is an email list and nothing more. I know that all of you guys watching this, you have got your different methods, to run an affiliate business. For me, the most effective one is building an email list and using that email list to create an income for you, right? So I believe that creating an email list is like having your own instant ATM machine. Whenever you need cash, you send out an email, right? But of course, you got to be promoting things that are of value, right? So that's basically, if I were to start over, I will build an email list. Anybody here anybody here listening to this, if you agree with me that building an email list is the way to go when you get started, just comment in the comment. Let me know if you agree with me. All right, let me know if you agree with me.
Someone is just one of our friends is very impressed with the numbers, and let me just say that obviously I know the numbers are true, because we can see that, and we do stuff like this to show and really give incentive to other people that it is possible. And yes, agreed. There we go.
Right. Yeah. We've got people agreeing. That's great, right? Yeah, so it's 100% possible to ever make 6 figures per month online. 100% possible. I'm a living proof. I'm not a guy who was born rich, right? Everything I did was through hustle, through building this up, right? So what I would do if I were to start over is to build an email list. Okay, so I'm just going to go through some fundamentals of an email list. So an email list is basically people who have signed up from you to receive something in return. So it can be anything for free. It can be a free ebook, a free MP3, a free podcast series, a free training video, whatever it is for you to give value in exchange for someone else's name and email address, right? So that actually gives them, it gives you the permission to speak directly to them via an email, right? What I love about email marketing is that you have the power to email them over and over and over again. It's like having their phone number where you can text them over and over and over again, right? And of course, all your emails are stored in email autoresponder, like GetResponse, SendLane, of what an email list is, right? I've seen tons of comments coming in. Awesome.
They're just coming in. Agree.
Totally amazing. Now, guys, what I really love about email marketing, the beauty of it is that email marketing is actually the bridge. Okay, I would say it's the bridge of personalization between the advertising channel and the end user, right? So the advertising channel, you can use Google AdWords, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, CPA marketing, PPV, whatever channel that you are using to advertise. If you do not capture their email address, basically there's no way that you can personalize messages for them, right? So if you capture an email address, you can address them by name. You know what their interests are. You can pop into their phones for even if it's 3 seconds of your message on their phone. That is actually priceless, because nowadays the currency is attention, right? So if you can get your message across to someone on their phone, you are already one level up the rest of the marketers out there. And therefore, this is the bridge between all the advertising channel and your end user, and that is having your own email list. Do you agree with me, Anna?
Well, I mean, I've said this so many times, indifferent of what you're focusing on as your preferred niche, email, even if it's not your preferred choice, it should always be present in your promotions. Because I have seen beautiful partners that have started with Facebook, then they started collecting the emails, and now by doing email on top of that, you can imagine how profitable it is. We actually had a course less than a year ago, and I was going through tools people can use to gather emails. So do you have a preferred tool like OptinMonster, for example?
Oh, for me, I just run everything through Optimize Press. it's a page. It's a what is that? It's a list building tool, page building tool that's on WordPress. So I actually just use that to build all my landing pages. Yeah, I've heard of OptiMonster. It's a good one as well. Definitely.
Beautiful. I'm making notes. Started with WordPress. I'm taking notes. Next time we talk, I'm going to be implementing all of these.
Very nice. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I have tons to learn from you as well, and yeah. So you're gonna exchange ideas.
Absolutely. I'll do native and Facebook next time.
Yes, please. I want to learn those. I really want to learn those. So, so my email list, right? Basically, your email list is your property. So this is why I really emphasize on growing your list, right? It's your property. It's your asset. You're in control. The one advantage I have with my email list is that if my ads account got shut down, I still have my list with me, right? Because it's 100% owned by me. It's whenever I want to send an email, I could send it. I could schedule it in advance. It's basically an online asset. So everyone talks about having your offline properties, to make money for you. Like your offline your investments, and all that stuff. But ultimately, in my opinion, if you have an online asset to generate such an income, it will be an extra plus, right, to your offline assets as well, right? So an email list is your property. You are in full control, and that's why I really love building an email list. All right. So, guys, if you have not built an email list yet, the best time to do it is now. Why? Because we are in this pandemic, and everyone else is shifting their buying behaviors to shopping online. Everyone else is using their phones even more nowadays. So if you're not building an email list right now, this is the best opportunity to start building an email list. So if you're still on the fence, just jump right in to build an email list right now. Okay, so I'm going to go through a couple of case study. Anna, do you have anything to add before this?
No, this was super clear and informative. So I'm following along, learning a lot.
Awesome, cool, guys. I'll answer all your questions at the end of the presentation. So hold your horses, guys. The good stuff are coming now. So I'm going to share with you a case study of how I lost almost everything overnight and how an email list saved me. All right. So if you guys are familiar of this network called ClickBank, okay, in March 2019, there was a huge ClickBank purge on the make money online niche. Super huge purge. So basically, I was in that niche, right? I shifted from personal development to the the business opportunity niche. So I was generating about 60,000, right? This is about 60K per month, right, on this platform, and I was generating amount like this. And because there was a huge purge, there were huge fraud rates in the industry, chargeback. Because ClickBank couldn't tolerate it, they removed all of the products that are Bizot related, except for those high ticket ones that were just left there. The rest of the products that were converting really well got removed. And I was on solely one single platform, right? This platform. So from 60K a month, if you can see right here, this is in March, right? The beginning of March. So if you see right here, right, this is just a month this is just a month after, right? April. And if you can see what happened to my income here, it literally fell from, from like $2,000-3,000 per day down to like what, $60, $50, $4 per day. That was what happened to me during the peak of my loss. I mean, this is, I almost spiraled down to depression because I thought I lost everything, right? It's like 95% of my income just fell in a single month. And that's the problem number one with over relying on a single platform, number one. And also that this is a problem if you do not have an email list. You would be stuck here forever. Basically, all the products that you thought converted really well got removed, and you as an affiliate has got nothing else to rely on. So what would you do, right, if you were in this situation? Okay, so this was what happened to me last year. Okay, so what I did, all right, what I did was to speak to my own business mentors, and I just tell them that, this thing happened to me, and they were like, one of my business mentor, I remembered, I told him about this, and he's like, so Shawn, are you just going to complain to me about this? I'm like, what else do you want me to do, right? And he said, you have to stop sulking, stop complaining, pick yourself back up, do your research, get out of your comfort zone, and move on. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to promise you one thing, that this is going to happen again and again and again, because this is an online world, right? And so he's like, the next strategy you got to implement is to diversify and to start being resourceful. So that was when I'm like, aha, that's my moment. And I picked myself up. And so I went to YouTube, I went to Google, I went to search for, I just went to search for all these different networks, other than ClickBank. And I realized there are tons of other networks other than ClickBank, and that was when, there's a light bulb moment. And I saw people making money from different networks, right? And so what I did was to hop onto all these networks, okay? And I actually, because I have my list, so all I need to find is, I need to find products that are relevant to my list. That's all I have to find. So I only have to find platforms with products that are hosted there. And look at this, right? So this is, if you see that is basically the time that I was shut off, right, in ClickBank. So that is March all the way to the end of December, right? And that's March all the way to the end of December. And in this network alone, I actually managed to bounce back up, right, to making about 130,000 from March to end of December. And that's when my income actually rebounds. I mean, it's not as high as it used to be, but at least it rebounded, right? And so networks like MaxWeb were lifesavers. It's really, really awesome that we have alternatives, and also a really, really good CPA network that pay out, that pay out on time, right? So basically, because of my email list, my income rebound, right? It actually rebound in about a month, right? So I would say not the best of income, but at least you know that the value of your email list is there. So guys, if you're not building your email list right now, you got to know that email list is an asset, right? The best way to learn is not to learn from your own hard knocks, but to learn from other people's mistakes, right? So this was my mistake. So right now, right, I'm going to tell you guys, an email list is absolutely necessary. Okay, so now, why is your email list so powerful? All right. So from my example, all right, you do know that your email list is so powerful because you have direct access to the eyes of your subscribers. That means your subscriber, you can send them an email to their phones. That's direct access. And you have undivided attention for that few minutes. This right now is the new currency, attention. Undivided attention for that few minutes. All you have to do, guys, in your email list, right, when you write the email copy, is to focus on a good headline, number one, right? I mean, I have tons of trainings on that. Focus on a good headline. How do you write a good headline? And then followed by the content. Now, your content, just remember, if you're writing an email, your content should not focus on selling the product. It should focus on selling the click, right? I hope that's making sense, right? If you are focusing on selling the product in your that focus is wrong, because in your email you just have to be mysterious enough. You have to create enough curiosity, but not so much so that the reader is so curious to click on what you are talking about, right? And then you let the sales copy do the selling. So basically, that's how you should write an email. So with that undivided attention, you want to make sure that you put in the best curiosity hook in that email. Okay, so you're able to send out contents that people are really interested in, and so that's super targeted. All right, and basically, you make more sales showing more relevant contents to them, right? So that's the power of owning an email list. All right. Awesome, guys. If so far, if you think that this is of value so far, if you think that whatever I'm sharing is good, just type in the comments, type in massive value, just type in value or type in valuable, right? Just type in something, show us some love, click on the like button, click on the share, click on the love hearts. Show Anna some love.
Oh, I love it. This is fantastic. This is so good. I'm honestly so grateful. I mean, I'm learning so much.
Awesome. I'm glad. I'm really glad. I've got tons to learn as well. So now the list building process, right? This is basically how it works. Very, very simple stuff. Now it starts from traffic. So the traffic can be any sort of traffic: Facebook ads, native ads, AdWords, YouTube ads, solo ads, whatever traffic source it is, you have to run it to a landing page. Okay, so in my program, I actually have this done for you, right? This is basically a landing page. Okay, so this is one of the examples. In my niche, it's the make money online niche, right? So a landing page looks typically like this. A very simple one. Okay, so what do you want to do is to drive traffic to a landing page. And in the landing page, you give them a bribe. Now, the bribe is, in this case, is basically a video, a free video after someone opts in, right? So you have to give them a bribe in exchange for the name and email address. And once someone inserts the name and email, it goes into an autoresponder. And that's where the magic happens. Okay, I'm going to go more into detail. And then you have automated emails in there to make money, right? So you can put all the MaxWeb links, affiliate links in there to generate your income, right? So this is a very simple process flow. I think some of you guys are familiar with this, right? But what I'm going to share right now is basically 3 different methods to monetize your email list, okay? 3 different methods. Now, method number 1, right? So, right now in method number 1, if you have got a landing page created like this, okay, what you can do is to use the perpetual income affiliate link in MaxWeb, right, to use it as a one-time offer. So what I call this an OTO. It's a one-time offer, right? That means if someone opts into the page, right, the next immediate sales letter or sales video that they're going to watch is basically the perpetual income 365 offer, right? So that's the first chance of sales right there. Okay, and here you monetize about 20 to 40% of your income right off the bat. So this is what people call the front end sales. So if people ask you, how much do you make at the front end, right? It's basically this. This is what they're talking about, right? So you just have to run traffic to a landing page, put in a really good offer at the back end, which MaxWeb has tons of it, right? Then you can monetize on the front end. That's the first stage of sales, okay? When someone buys from your OTO. All right, so far, everyone good? If you are good, just type yes in the comment, all right? So this is the first stage of sale. Just type in yes in the comment, all right? I'm going to move on to stage number 2, okay? The second stage of sale is to monetize on the 31 days back end, okay? So that's the front end and there's the back end. Now, the back end is basically your automated emails that are pre-written, right, inside your autoresponder, okay? So these emails are basically automated series that are pre-written. They are really good copies pre-written over there, and you can basically sell any products on the back end. But my recommendation is to put something that is super relevant to your front end product and to your capture page or your landing page. So you can put in offers that are relevant to, let's say in my niche is how to make money online, right? Or basically how to work from home, right? So anything to do with that, you can put them in the 30 days automated backend. Now, why do I put 31 days or 30 days? That's because, just in case, right? Just in case you are not actively emailing your subscribers are still engaged, right? Does it make sense? At least they're still engaged for the next 1 month. Now, you want to make sure that they are constantly engaged because number 1, your email autoresponder is going to recognize things like open rates, engagement rates, right? Click-through rates. And if you do not engage them, frequent enough, chances are they're going to drop off, right? So these subscribers are going to be inactive. They're going to forget about who you are. They're going to forget about the value that you've been adding to them, and you're just going to drop off, right? So this is the second stage of monetization, and this is where about 10 to 15% of your sales are made, right? So this is stage number 2, right? So guys, if you are getting this stage number 2, type in hell yeah in the comments. Just type in hell yeah, I'm getting it. Okay, so that's stage number 2. Okay, and we're going to move to stage number 3. All right, so in stage number 3, this is where I call it the monetization on the broadcast or the campaigns, right? And these are basically emails that you send every single day. Okay, people ask, all the time, is sending an email every day too annoying? You know what, guys? If you are not sending email to your subscribers every day, someone else is going to do it, and someone else is going to make that sale. So, you got to constantly send an email to your subscribers, whether or not it's sending them promotional products, whether or not sending them valuable content, whether it's sending them a free gift, you have to engage them every day. So for me, I'm sending about 1 to 2 emails per day, right? And that's where I make all my sales. In fact, not all, but I would say majority of my sales. So 50 to 60% of sales are actually made here. This is where you put in your affiliate links, right? Your MaxWeb affiliate links into your email autoresponder, and you send out promotional broadcast every single day. Now, timings to send. I know there's going to be questions here. What time are the best timings to send? Now, my rule of thumb is 12 hours apart, right? So if you are sending at 8 a.m. in the morning, the next one you should send is about 8 p.m., right? So about 12 hours apart. And then the next day, right, you could send to the unopened of the letter email of the people who didn't open the email from the PM mailer, right? You can send it to the unopened, and then you can continue the cycle morning and at night, right? And continue the cycle morning and at night. So basically, that's that's how you can schedule your emails, right? So about 50 to 60% of the sales are actually made here, and they are made not only on the product that you first selected, but they are made on every other affiliate products that you select, right? And so guys, this is the power of email marketing. As long as you stay relevant to your niche, you promote the products that are relevant to your niche, you will be able to generate an income, a full-time income, just sending simple emails. All right. Guys, and I know that as if you guys are in the email marketing business, some of you guys will feel guilty selling stuff, right? You're going to feel guilty. You're going to feel like, oh, I'm just sending promotional emails and emails and emails to these people again and again. Are they really going to get value, or are they going to unsubscribe, whatsoever it is? But guys, I'm here to break all those doubts. Now, you have to, when you embark in an email marketing journey, you have to recognize that whenever you send out a promotional email or promotional product, you're helping someone else gain value in their own perspective. Does it make sense? Like, you might think that the product is a scam. You might think that the product doesn't work. But what doesn't work for you doesn't mean it wouldn't work for me, right? So you got to shift your mindset. You got to shift your mindset that if you are not promoting this product, you are doing a disservice to your subscribers, because they're never going to see the product. And even if the product has got little value, you might not know that this product might be the turnkey product that really unlocks something new in your subscribers' mind. So you got to always remember that every product has its value. Doesn't mean whatever you think wouldn't work, would not work for your subscribers. So you, as a list owner, you gotta know this. You gotta know that you are doing a disservice if you're not promoting enough, right? So that's the mindset that you should have, right, guys? If that's a light bulb moment for you, right, just type in the comments, right, a light bulb moment, or just put in the light bulb emoji. Give this video some likes, and if you think it's of value, share it around, give it some love. All right, Anna, anything to add in so far?
Oh no, it's fantastic. I do want to say, and I usually, I would love to be disagreeing, so we create some, fun conversation, but I actually agree with you terribly, because I emphasize this a lot. We are in performance marketing, and I really, honestly, I don't like it when people are like, well, this type of products, well, people are not going to like them. But I agree with Shawn. specifically, and I said this before, you have a different background where you are in life is a way different plan. For one of the subscriber, that supplement, that digital book, that income digital book might be exactly what they're looking for. Even if it's not value to you, because maybe you already know that information, it might be exactly what the user is looking for. So I am really glad that you said that, Shawn. That's really, really good.
I'm glad we are aligned. I'm glad we are so aligned. Wow, that's awesome. That's so awesome. All right, guys. Also, I'm seeing tons of comment coming in. Awesome.
Wow.
Very nice, guys. Keep the engagement coming, all right? So now, guys, what I'm going to do right now is to show you guys a list growing journey. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I show all my members, right? So I'm going to take it as you guys are my paid members, okay? So right now, this is the list growing journey, and this is what you should expect, right? List growing email marketing is not putting in $1 and making $1 back immediately. It's not the case, right? It's not the case where in the past, like in 2007, where one email lead is $1 per month. It doesn't work that way anymore. In fact, now it's about 10% of your list size. It's one email lead. If it costs $1, it's going to bring you like 10 cents, right? It's going to be like 10 cents per month, right? So now it has gone down to that level. And what I want to show you in this graph is the list growing journey. Now, if you were to notice, the investment in ads stays the same throughout, okay? So let's say I put this $500 per month. That is my investment point, right? And it's going to stay the same throughout my entire list building journey. So let's say I put my budget at $500. Now, this blue line over here is your list, okay? This is your list, right? Your list size. Okay, so your list size, right, is going to, no, my bad. This is the revenue, revenue. Okay, so revenue is the revenue line, right? Your list size is going to increase, right, as your revenue increases. Does it make sense? Okay, so at the start of your investment journey on your list growing journey, right, you always start at 0, right? Your list size is 0, your cost is 0, your revenue is 0. But as you grow and grow your business, you're eventually going to hit this point. This is what I call the break-even point, right? BEP. Now, at this break-even point, the duration to the break-even point is always unknown. Does it make sense? It's always unknown. So no one knows the break-even point. But if you know your break-even point beforehand, it would be a lot easier for you to pull through this few months over here, right? So once you hit this break-even point, the rest of it is actually the profit zone. So guys, would it be good, or would it be awesome if I can show you a predictable break-even point for your email marketing business, right? If you want to see it, just type in yes in the comments, all right? Just type in yes. I'm going to show you an actual realistic breakdown of an email marketing journey. And why is it that so many people quit? And why is it that so many people, right before they make their money, right before they break even, they quit? Okay, I'm going to show that to you in the next slide. Okay, guys, so I created this chart. Okay, you can't find it anywhere else, right? So it's called the law of large numbers. Okay, so this is the law of large numbers. Now, the first month of your investment, okay, let's say we are talking about a $500 investment per month, right? So if you look at the first column here, your investment stays the same throughout, 500, 500, 500, 500, right? And that's the cost to build your list. Okay, your list size. So let's say you put in $500 in whatever platform to buy ads, right? And let's say if your cost per click is 50 cents. Okay, so let's say you get a 50 cents cost per click, and if your opt-in rate is 50%, right? Let's say if let's say you target a super relevant niche, your opt-in rate is 50%. That's going to give you 1,000 clicks for $500. Am I right? So 1,000 clicks, 50% opt-in rate. Your list size is essentially 500 on your first month. Okay, so it's about $1 per click. Now, remember I shared with you guys that this is not 2007 or 2008 when the internet is new, right? So the cost the income per subscriber is no longer $1 per subscriber. It's about 10 cents. It's about 10%, right? So right now, if your monthly broadcast, okay, if you're sending out monthly emails, monthly broadcasts, That's where you are going to make about $50 per month with a list size of 500. Next up, if you were to promote perpetual income, okay, just to share with you guys the pricing model, perpetual income is a $9 product. It's a $9 front end product. Okay, and if you stay to the end of this presentation, Anna and I prepared something special for you guys. All right, so it's a $9 product. Okay, and the conversion rate is off the charts because it's only $9. Right, the CPA that we're offering is $30. Okay, so it's massive payouts, right? So just for $9, right, the take up rates, right, that we are saying is about 1 sale per 100 clicks because it's a low ticket product. 1 sale per 100 clicks. Well, we are paying out $30. So in that case, if you were to run 1,000 clicks, okay, you'll be getting about $300 here in returns, right? Does it make sense? Okay, so I hope you guys are following me right now. Now your total compounded investment is 500 because you bought in your traffic for $500. Now your compounded revenue is $350, right? That is your broadcast amount plus your returns on ads, your front end. Okay, so that's $350, and you have a loss of $150 in the first month. Okay, now guys, I want to pull this all the way down to, let's say, month number 4, right? Month number 4. Okay, month number 4, right? Assuming your total investment stays the same, $500 per month, down the charts, right? Your list size with the same opt-in rate would have grown to 2,000 leads in your autoresponder, and that's going to give you about $200 per month, right? Now that is based on your monthly broadcast. Okay, being very conservative here, $200 per month. In fact, I'm doing a lot better with these numbers, but I'm just being super conservative, right? Now, same thing, you bought the same amount of clicks, so your income here stays the same, but $300 per month. If you were to add up whatever you have generated in income, compounded income, it's going to be about 1,700. So this amount here is everything added up together, right? So it's 350 for the first month plus the second month's earnings, about $400, right? That's 100 plus 300. Okay, and then plus the third month earnings, that's 150 plus 300, and then plus the fourth month earning, that's 200 plus 300. So that's how you get 1,007, right? Compounded earnings, and that's where you actually experience, look at that, a biggest loss, $300 loss. That's the biggest loss that you will experience in a month, right? $300. So I'm going to go back to the chart right here. Can you see that this is month number 4, right? Month number 4, it's actually around here. 4th month, right?
Yeah.
You are actually right here, and you're experiencing the biggest loss. Okay, so these are your losses. So usually what happens to people is when you build your email list, you have not reached the break-even point, and you're at the peak of your loss, right? Peak of losses. And you give up because why? You don't see it working. All right, guys, I'm hoping that you're seeing this right now. You see, this is the peak of your loss on your 4th month, right? Over here, minus $300, right? The peak. You see, the rest of the negative amount is not as high as this one. And just imagine you're on your 4th month. Oh, then you're like, man, I'm losing the most money here. I'm losing so much money. I don't even know what's happening right now. If I'm going to be profitable next month, and you quit, let's say you quit here, what is going to happen, right? You're going to be losing everything here that you have built, that you have invested, because you do not know when the break-even point is. Am I making sense, guys? All right. Now, but what if you know the reality of email marketing and you know that it requires an investment? Then you would continue investing despite having a huge loss on the 4th month. You will keep investing 500, and here you're going to see that your losses starts to reduce, right? Then it goes down, $250 loss, negative $150 loss, and on the 7th month, just by investing $500 per month, having your list size grow and grow and grow, and having just a very conservative returns, fixed returns per month on your spending of on your returns on your ads, right? But one thing is always increasing. Do you see that? What's always increasing is your monthly income from your broadcast. Guys, this is the power of building your list. It's a compounded effect, okay? your monthly income is always increasing. And therefore, at month 7, you are going to see that your compounded investment and your compounded revenue is going to be 0. And that's your break-even point. That's where you are here. So guys, if you want to start this journey, you have to know your end in mind. You have to know that this game is not a game for 2 months, for 3 months, for 4 months. It's going to be a game that really happens, like life really happens, maybe halfway through the year, like 6 months, 7 months. That's where life really happens. All right, and that's the break-even point over here. And at this point onwards, look at that, all the way down. Everything that you build from here is profits. Every single thing. Now, guys, check this out. At this point, month number 8, right? Do you start off with making $0 per month? Do you start off with that? No, you don't, right? This is not like any other business, right? Where every time you locked in a certain amount of sales, the sales starts from 0, the asset starts from 0, the customer starts from 0. This is not like McDonald's, right? Whereas people, every day you need someone to queue up for something. This is not, because you are building an email list. It's a database. So you start with 4,000 leads and you start with a profit of $200, right? So you're not starting from scratch. In fact, you already have a business built up. And all you got to do is be consistent with your monthly investment. Look at that. I did not increase the investment value, right? Be consistent with it. Your list size continue to grow. And on month 12, all right, you are going to be profitable 1,005. And guys, simple math like that. It's just simple math. Okay, so guys, this is what I call the law of large numbers. And from this point onwards of your business, these are all profits. Okay, so this is the reality of email marketing. It's the reality of list building. It's not always rosy at the start, but if you were to pull through long enough, it's going to make a lot of sense. It's going to be very profitable, right? And basically you own an asset that's online, right? An online asset that could bring you anywhere. You can pivot to any platform, you can pivot to basically any products that you want to promote, right? So basically that's it, guys. This is the law of large numbers, right? Guys, if you are getting value from this, if you're finally seeing this, right, just type something in the comment. Let me know if you're seeing this. Let me know if this is making perfect sense to you. All right, Anna, how do you find this? Has it been useful?
Fantastic. Well, and everyone knows I'm a numbers person. Typing.
Oh, really?
This was fantastic. And I know a lot of our affiliates are the same. I mean, obviously, you need to like numbers to be able to build. But this is fantastic. And many times with investments, I have seen, through my humble, I know I'm only for a few years in the industry, but I have had the pleasure to deal with so many affiliates, small, medium, super affiliates. I mean, tens of thousands of partners. And you would not believe how many people I meet that are in that lost zone after maybe 4 months and they give up.
Oh,
right?
Man, yes.
And, I have seen it over and over again with people that are patient, they have the right mindset. I have seen so many affiliates that have started with us 3 years ago, just 3, and now not just that we're able to quit their jobs, they really have financial stability to do anything they want, right? To take their family to Europe, to, we had one of our super affiliates buy a yacht last summer. And,
Whoa.
This is all, but I have seen so many partners give up on as soon as if the loss continues for more than a month or 2, they get really scared. And I am so happy you chose the monthly investment to be around $500, because that's not a small amount, but it's also not something that will ruin you financially. And honestly, I mean, that is such a good golden point for people to give it a try. So I really appreciate you sharing this. People always think people like you that are very, successful, they would never share the secrets, but it's really not like that.
No, it's not.
You would make it happy if there are more people that are able to, to do this.
It's true, money. When it comes to money, after you hit a tipping point where you can live comfortably, money doesn't satisfy you anymore. Then what satisfies you is helping others to achieve what they want to achieve, and helping others to fulfill their dreams. Then you get so much more satisfaction from that. And basically, if you want to go to the next level, it's to contribute back, is to give back. So I'm a strong believer of that. And that's why I need everyone to look at the reality of this business. It's not going to be a walk in the park in the start, right? But everyone thinks it is, all right? That's because of all the social stigma and all that stuff. But in reality, this is an actual business. Now, guys, I want you guys to think about it. If you were to start a brick and mortar business, right now, what is the minimum cost that you need? A brick and mortar business, right? If you want to buy a franchise, if you want to rent a store, minimally you need at least $200,000, right? $100,000, $200,000 just to get that place secured, just to get your logistic, get your overheads and everything in place, right? Your employees, your utility bills and everything, your logistic, everything. Now, an email business takes you what? $500 a month. Guys, it makes perfect sense to start an online business now, right? $500 per month is not going to, like what Anna said, right? It's not going to ruin you financially. If you have a job, this is super, super doable, right? And you don't have any employees, you do not have a physical store, you do not have shipping to do. This is not drop shipping, right? There is there's no overhead cost except for your autoresponder, which is super cheap to run a business with, your hosting, your domain, which is also super cheap to run a business with. And guys, I would gladly pay those overhead costs to run a business. So if you were to contrast and compare and to juxtapose both of these together, the physical one and the online one, it makes perfect sense to run online business. And a physical store is probably going to give you a break-even point of 2 years, maybe 2 years, 2 years or 3 years, I would say, right? But an online business, like in this business, as you can see, it takes you about 7 to 8 months to break even. So guys, if you want to scale this business faster, what you got to do is just to put more money and invest more. Simple, right? And if you want to double the speed, you just double up the investment and everything is going to double up. I mean, in terms of time duration to break even, it's going to be the same because the ratio aspect is the same, right? But in terms of your income generation potential, it's going to double the speed. So guys, it makes perfect sense to run an online business right now. Okay. So if you're thinking of starting off any other business, offline may not be the best right now, but online definitely 100%. You still need an investment. You still need time for it to grow, but at least you know that it's predictable. The break-even point is there. As long as you do not give up, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay. Now before we move on to the bomb, or to the special announcement at the end, Anna, is it good to take in questions?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure we'll have stuff that will come in, but I'll go through the chat and add some of the questions.
Cool.
At the end, what do you think?
So are you gonna start with Fraser? Let me see.
Yeah, I was looking at some of our friends here. So with Fraser, I think his question was extra cost, and I think Shawn explained that. We are looking at the autoresponder, right?
Yeah, autoresponder costs. For example, if you are on GetResponse, it's about $19 per month for 1,000 leads. $19 one night. It's super cheap. Super cheap, right? If you're on SendLane, it's about, I think, $29. I think it's a little bit more pricier. So basically depends on what you need as autoresponder, but it's really cheap. Yeah, so that's one. The other one is hosting. Hosting is really cheap as well. Domains is like maybe $10 a year, I think. Yeah, so it's like super cheap. Yeah. Okay, what do we have next? What should the frequency of emailing be in stage 2, 31-day autoresponder? Okay, so the frequency of mailing for me, I would cap it at 3 emails per day to reach, or I would say 3 touch points, right? 3 touch points to a subscriber per day, unless there's like launches going on and I really want to win a contest, the kind of thing, but there's going to be a burning of the list for you to fulfill a greater goal, but we don't do that often, right? So 3 touch points. It could be mailing 1 email in the morning, one email at night and mailing to the unopens of the previous days in the afternoon. If that makes sense, right? So it could be, maximum of 3 touch points. I think that is fair enough. So you can start emailing to your subscribers off the bat in stage 2, one email per day to warm it up, and then subsequently you can run it to 2 emails per day, and you can send it to one on opens to the entire list in that same day. Okay, so I hope that answered your question. Awesome. Now, next one. What do you think is the best way to increase and maintain high domain reputation, considering the fact that email? Okay, you maintain a good open rate, right? So it's more towards open rate, because deliverability is all about open rate and click-through rates. So to maintain a good open rate, first of all, you have to know what kind of words you can use and what kind of words you can't use in an email, right? Don't say things like, claim your PayPal check now, like as your subject line. Don't say that your e-check is ready, or don't say like, $500 is waiting in your account, right? That is going to automatically put you into the blacklist. So what you want to do is to make sure that your emails are clean. You want to make sure that your subject line is clean. And what I learned recently from SendLane is that right now they are getting even stricter on subject lines. So even if your subject lines are blind, what I mean by blind is this, things like claim your gift, right? That is blind. No one knows what a gift is, right? Or things like open up, right? No one knows what is in there. So recently SendLane has been giving some feedback saying that it has to be specific to what you want to sell. Okay, so so if it's something that has to do with make money online, it's something to do with an online job opportunity, with weight loss, whatever, you have to put it clear in the subject line, right? So basically that is what you should do to maintain a healthy open rate so that you don't get your domain blacklisted. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Okay, next question. Oh, this like, Anna, this like some rapid fire.
I know. We'll take a few more. I promise. And then all through the day, we'll work on comments. But thank you. I'm like just feeding you.
All right, cool. So I'm just going to take as many as I can, before Anna puts this to a close. So Mike Peters said, which autoresponder do you recommend for best deliverability? I personally am using SendLane for my main autoresponder. I think that their deliverability is pretty good, I would say. And my second choice is GetResponse. GetResponse is a cheaper alternative, but SendLane could do a lot more, I would say, customization to the follow-up sequencing, to the automation. Yeah, so SendLane would be my best deliverability engine so far. All right. Okay, so I think I answered that question as well. Are you just using GetResponse? No, I'm using SendLane as well. All right. Okay. Wow. Am I done with questions?
I'm sure we are, but if I asked Shawn to be here with us for 30 minutes, it's been an hour. I promise, we have the whole team. So as we get questions through the day on Facebook, we'll try to help you and reply to as many as we can. But we don't want to go over the time with too much longer. But honestly, this has been, with all the respect to all my other friends that have joined us for the conference and podcast, this has been my favorite chat in a really long
time. Oh, thank you, Anna. It's my honor.
It's fantastic. So should we tell them the good news? What do you think?
Let's go right in. So guys, Perpetual Income 365, which is the program that I created, it's live on MaxWeb. Yay! Right. Woo. So what are we gonna do today? Just for you guys who are watching this right now, we're gonna give you an extra bump to $30 CPA for every $9 finance sale that's made. All right, so $9, as I mentioned before, is low ticket, super low ticket. So the conversions are off the roof. $30 for $9, that's a multiple of what? About 3 times, right? So guys, this is definitely a good deal. An extra $2 bump to $30. Initially was $28. So what are you gonna do, right, to claim this CPA bump is simply to send me your MaxWeb ID, right, to my Skype. Right, my Skype is Shawn Josiah. You can find me on Skype. Yeah, I'm the only Asian looking Shawn Josiah. So yeah, you could definitely find me on Skype, right? So you can send me your MaxWeb ID. And what I'm going to do is to collate them and send it over to Anna for that bump. All right, so that's for the bonus announcement, guys. Thank you so much for staying all the way throughout with us. All right, Anna, back to you.
Oh my gosh, this was amazing. And, I'm just so grateful we were able to share the information with our partners. It's a wonderful time to be able to try something new, even though it has been such a challenging year for everyone. Honestly, for us, for digital marketers, for performance marketers, we are the living proof that it is possible. We are doing this to help more of you, show you that it's possible, you can do it. And I just really hope you find value. But more than anything, I beg you to actually go back home, have a good night's sleep if it's late wherever you are, and really think about implementing some of the ideas that Shawn has given us. I personally am going to do that with some of our offers as well. I wrote down a lot of notes, and I really think working on building our list is going to be critical and extremely important. So Shawn, I appreciate you being here so much. I know usually, people that go to those beautiful live conferences have to pay so much money to get expertise for people like you. So I'm really, really glad we are able to do this for our partners.
It's a pleasure. It's definitely been a pleasure, and I love connecting with like-minded people. I love connecting with entrepreneurs, affiliates, because I'm an affiliate myself. I know the ups and downs. I've been there. I feel all the pain that you're feeling, and so my job right here is to break down those walls, break down those barriers, and bring you to the next level. That's my job. Yeah. So Anna, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you. Guys, I promise the team is going to be on, and we will try to answer all your questions all through the day. We love you. We appreciate you. And Shawn, you are amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, guys. Thanks for tuning in.